The United States has a long and complex history with birthright citizenship. The principle of birthright citizenship means that any person born within the borders of the United States is automatically granted U.S. citizenship. This principle is enshrined in the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. The 14th Amendment was ratified in 1868, during the Reconstruction era following the Civil War. It was intended to guarantee citizenship rights to formerly enslaved African Americans. The concept of birthright citizenship can be traced back to English common law. English common law was adopted by the American colonies. Under this tradition, anyone born within the realm of the English monarch was considered a subject of the crown. This principle was later codified in the United States in the Naturalization Act of 1790. This law established the first rules for granting U.S. citizenship. However, the Naturalization Act of 1790 had significant limitations. It only applied to free white persons of good moral character. This meant that enslaved Africans, Native Americans, and other people of color were excluded from citizenship. This exclusionary policy reflected the racial prejudices of the time. It would have lasting consequences for American society. The early laws surrounding birthright citizenship in the United States were shaped by a combination of English common law and the racial politics of the newly formed nation. These laws established a framework for citizenship, but they also contained deep-seated inequalities that would continue to be challenged and debated for generations to come. The struggle for equal citizenship rights would become a defining feature of American history. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content on important topics like this. The issue of birthright citizenship was fiercely contested in the decades leading up to the Civil War. The status of enslaved Africans and their descendants was a central point of contention. The Supreme Court's infamous decision in the Dred Scott case of 1857 brought this debate to a head. In this landmark case, the court ruled that enslaved people were not considered citizens and had no standing to sue in federal court. The Dred Scott decision sent shockwaves throughout the nation. It further inflamed tensions between the North and the South. The ruling effectively denied citizenship to all people of African descent, regardless of whether they were free or enslaved. This decision was a major setback for the abolitionist movement. It highlighted the deep divisions within American society over the issue of slavery and racial equality. The Civil War and the subsequent Reconstruction era marked a turning point in the fight for birthright citizenship. In 1864, Attorney General Edward Bates issued a landmark opinion affirming the citizenship rights of African Americans born in the United States. Bates argued that the principles of the Declaration of Independence, which proclaimed that all men are created equal, should apply to all persons born within the U.S. regardless of their race. Following the Civil War, Congress passed the 14th Amendment to solidify the citizenship rights of African Americans. Ratified in 1868, the 14th Amendment explicitly granted citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States. This landmark amendment overturned the Dred Scott decision and established birthright citizenship as a cornerstone of American identity. The amendment's broad language ensured that all persons born on U.S. soil, regardless of their race or parentage, would be recognized as citizens. However, the 14th Amendment did not completely resolve the debate over birthright citizenship. The amendment included a clause stating that citizenship applied to those subject to the jurisdiction thereof. This clause was intended to exclude Native Americans who were living on reservations and considered members of sovereign tribes. This exclusion reflected the ongoing tensions between the federal government and Native American tribes. It would have lasting consequences for the citizenship status of Native Americans. Despite its limitations, the 14th Amendment represented a significant step forward in the fight for equal citizenship rights in the United States. It enshrined the principle of birthright citizenship into the Constitution. This principle has been reaffirmed by the Supreme Court on numerous occasions. The scope of the 14th Amendment was tested in the landmark case of Wong Kim Ark in 1898. Wong Kim Ark was born in San Francisco to Chinese immigrants in 1873. When he attempted to re-enter the United States after a trip to China, he was denied entry under the Chinese Exclusion Act. This act barred Chinese laborers from immigrating to the United States. Wong Kim Ark challenged the government's decision, arguing that he was a U.S. citizen by virtue of his birth on American soil. The case eventually reached the Supreme Court, which ruled in Wong Kim Ark's favor. The court held that the 14th Amendment's guarantee of citizenship to all persons born in the United States applied to children born to immigrant parents, even if those parents were not eligible for citizenship themselves. The Wong Kim Ark decision established a crucial precedent for birthright citizenship in the United States. It affirmed that the 14th Amendment's guarantee of citizenship applied broadly to all persons born within the United States, regardless of their parents' immigration status. This decision has had a profound impact on American society, shaping the demographics of the nation and influencing immigration policy for over a century. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on important historical events.